want, like I said, United Speed stands for one community. We stand united. We're a car community. It's a family. So we want to try to get a lot of your guys' opinions, and a lot of you guys' stories also. To see like what got you guys into cars. Why you guys have that passion, what fuels that passion. So this is gonna be our first like story that we do. Actually, with my friend Adam right here. And we're just gonna see. Number one, see how it goes. And if it goes really well, we want to do more with you guys as well too. And also, like I said, just basically interview you guys and see, again, what fueled you guys' passion, why we do what we do. So yeah, so we're gonna start with this story, and I hope you guys like it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, join the United Speed fam, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.
So I was probably around 3, maybe 4 years old. My dad brought home a 75 Lincoln Continental Mark IV. It was white, had the nice red seats in it. And he used to just park it in the garage, and I just used to just sit in it and pretend like it was my car. And then we took it to a car show. It's called Mopar, where they come and do burnouts. Everybody brings their cars, classic, exotics, whatever. They start doing burnouts, and I think that's when I fell in love with cars, is when I saw like there's no limit to what you could do to a car. And then ever since then, I've been just, I would get on the internet, maybe like 5, 6 years old, I would get on the internet, I would search cars, search the engine, search the power. That was probably the main point in my life when I got into cars. That was probably like the biggest, like, I guess, wake-up call into the car life, or like welcome into the car scene, if you will. And then after that, my dad would just, because he would buy and sell cars, he eventually sold the Lincoln, and he bought a BMW 550, I think it was. It was a black 550. Not sure what year it was, and when he floored it, like, instant power. I was like, what? BMW was probably my favorite car until like, let's say 2013. My dad brought home an E-Class, the 2011 E350. And when we took it to the dealer so we can get an oil change, I saw this E63. It was, I think 2015 it was, and it was all black. It looked like a beast. I sat in it and I'm like, man. And I started asking questions about it, and they go, yeah, it's a 5.5 liter twin turbo V8. It's pushing out 577 horsepower with all-wheel drive. And I'm like, a what? And the salesman actually started the car, and that is when I fell in love with Mercedes. I was like, yeah, fuck BMW, forget BMW. That's when I became a big Mercedes fan. And now my actual dream car right now is still an E63, and it's been what, 6 years, 7 years. So I mean, it was nuts when he started it. So that's probably how I got into cars, and I've just been into cars ever since. I'm always doing car stuff with my friends, like every single day. I'm always messing around with my car to see what I can do. When I first got this Infiniti, well, before I got it, one of my friends was like, hey, why don't you go test drive this Infiniti Q50 Red Sport? And I'm like, what the hell is a Red Sport? I was curious. So I went to my Infiniti dealer, and I was like, hey, I want to test drive a Q50 Red Sport. They were like, oh, you like power? And I'm like, do they have power? And they go, it's got 400 horsepower. And I'm like, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's better than what I had in the Mercedes. So I was like, screw it. Let's take it out for a test drive. Gave him my license, insurance. We took it out. It was a white one, 2020 white one. We drove it, and I had 4 people in the car. So it was me, the salesman, and 2 of my buddies. Put it into Sport Plus, and the salesman was like, just gun it. And when I floored it, that car just moved. it went. I wasn't even paying attention to how fast it was accelerating. I was just focused on not crashing this car because it had a sticker price of $65,000. So, and this was in like February 2020. So a month later in March, I started looking. I was like, you know what? I need a Red Sport. I want one. I need that power. Come to think about it, that the Q50 Red Sport actually has the same block as the GTR. It's just detuned. The GTR is a VR38 DE TT, and my car is a my car is a VR30 DD TT. So I basically have a 4-door GTR. I don't want to, spoil on anyone's parade or anything, but like, that's a baby GTR literally. Completely stock right now. All I have is a muffler delete, resonator delete, AEM intakes, and HKS blow-off valves. And you'll hear the blow-off valves, they scream. Like once you're at like 4,000 RPM, 4,500, and you let off, you'll hear them scream. And HKS is known for that chirp, so you'll hear that chirp as well. It's completely stock suspension right now. Actually, the whole car stock, other than the few modifications that I just listed. I plan on going lower though. I want to go RSR Super Downs with about 20 millimeter spacing. That way it looks flush. About 15 millimeters in the back, 20 in the front, so it's flush. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
So what is if you could buy any car out there right now, what would you buy and why?
If money wasn't like...
Yeah, when it wasn't an option at all.
Oh, E63, easy. E63, easy, without hesitation.
And that's what you'll buy?
That's what I'll buy. Many people will be like, oh, I'll buy a Ferrari, I'll buy a Lamborghini. I want that E63. Like, you guys truly don't know how much power that car has. I drove a 2016 when I was actually looking for a car. It was, I think it was in 2019. I think it was January of 2019, I believe it was. Mercedes-Benz of Easton had a black 2016 with brown seats, and I went in there, and I assumed that they weren't gonna let me test drive it just because they had a price for $65K. So I was like, there's no way they're gonna let me drive it. The salesman actually was like, no, like, hey, you could drive it. Like, show me your license, insurance. You could drive it. And I was like, huh? Say that again? When he said that, I was like a kid in a chocolate factory. I was like jumping up and down. I was like, are you serious? So we take out the car and we go to this little like back road, and he goes, it's in Sport Plus, go ahead and just gun it. I was like, you sure? He goes, do it. I gunned it. It pushed me so far back into my seat and flew. I was like speechless. Like I was so happy that I was like literally starting to tear up. I was like, wow. Like it literally just blew my mind. And I mean, I'm sticking with that car. That is, I mean, hopefully one day I'll be able to afford one. But yeah, that E63 is it's something else, man. It's something else.
Like what about cars calms you down?
So when I'm like stressed out or I just got too many things on my mind, I just go on a drive. I go on a night drive. I just have no destination. Like I would just drive on the highway and just listen to music, windows down. If it's warm, I mean, if it's freezing cold, I'm gonna just not roll my windows down. But I would just drive, man. Like, and then usually if I'm like mad, I go on a drive. It calms me down. There's just something about cars that just it can change my mood like that. You know, cars are a beautiful thing, man. I don't know. Cars are something else. This is like, the one thing I like about cars as well is it brings all of us together. Like politics aside, political views aside, when you go to a car meet, nobody talks about anything else but cars. And that's what I like about it. And I like to think of like our car group as like a family. You know, we we don't really know each other, but we learn. And that's what we're supposed to do as a society. We learn and grow together. When I first got into the car scene, I was like quiet because I didn't know anybody. And then people would come up to me, start asking me questions, you know, like, hey, what car do you drive? And then I would ask them the same question. They'd be like, hey, yeah, come over here, come look at it. And some of them actually took me for a ride in it. And that's just, I mean, we make connections, we make friendships that way. And then friendships they just turn into like family, basically. That's the one thing I love about cars is no matter what anybody's going through, cars are there to like cheer us up, basically.
So I want to give a massive shout out and thank you to Adam with the Infiniti Q50S. Make sure to like the subscribe video. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and we will see you guys next video. Peace. Event right now. As you guys can see, my friend Robert right there got his gorgeous Camaro. My mom hates my Camaro.
Camaro, stop! Man, I'm about to knock you out, boy.
So thanks everyone, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and hit that bell for notifications. Yep. We appreciate you all, we love you all. From the Evolution family, we'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Peace.